our troops may not be under fire at the moment, given this recent pause we've seen roughly since February 4th in attacks on U.S. troops. But this is a tactical pause because these Shia militia groups have the upper hand and they know they have the upper hand. That's why we're seeing this. U.S. troops are going to be attacked at the rate we've seen as long as they are there, forever at this point, because we have crossed this line with these Shia militia groups where they know they can go ahead and reach out and touch us as long as we are there. The U.S. government has started these higher military commission talks, as they're called, with the Iraqi government on what the nature of U.S. presence will look like in Iraq going forward. And this is kind of Pentagon sort of coded language for whether or not the Iraqis are going to let us keep troops there. And these talks are probably going to take a couple years. But I think the reason we've seen a slight pause in attacks is because these Shia militia groups are satisfied that what they're seeing from these talks and their control over Prime Minister Soudani indicates to them that U.S. troops are going to leave probably within 1 to 2 years. And they feel that as long as Soudani is going along with what the PMF wants, they don't really need to continue these attacks because the strategic objective for them has been sort of accomplished. Just because Iran doesn't want us in Iraq, or just because these Shia militia groups don't want us in Iraq, doesn't mean that ipso facto we should stay in Iraq forever. Just because they don't want that,
right,
they want the opposite. That doesn't make any sense strategically. And if we made our grand strategy and our military doctrine based on a sort of third grade view of the world like that, we would be fighting, 70, 80, 90 wars at once. And so just because Iran or just because these Shia militias feel like they have the upper hand, it more underscores how crazy and fraught these local dynamics are and how useless and kind of insane it is for the United States to try to feel like it can control all of these little internecine political struggles. Really, the answer is Iraq is a total mess. It has been totally taken over by Iran, and keeping U.S. troops there is just asking for ways in which the U.S. can give leverage over to the Iranians to pull us into all sorts of conflict.